Now 10 politician is the running mate of Honorable Alan Chermatin, Honorable Kofi Usu. Honorable, you are welcome, sir. He's number 10 on the ballot, Mr. Kofi Cranton, the independent candidate. Sir, you are welcome. Independent presidential candidate, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll call on everybody to take note that this is a very important event, and it is what we have been looking for in this last 36 years. And I bet you your time spent here will not be in vain. I'd invite Teacher Blessing to do the introduction of who introduced the chairman. In Nigeria, we call the chairman's PSPA. Thank you.
Now, our chairman is obviously going to chair the affairs of this gathering. We cannot start without acknowledging the presence of the chairman and also listening to what he wants to say on the agenda for the day and also his speech for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not in the right shoes to do that for you, but the Deputy CEO Administration, KOA RMLC, is going to do that. Her name is Dr. Grace Bimpong.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Thank you.
Please cooperate with us so that we can have
His Royal Majesty, Envoy of Otumfou Osei Tutu II, Nana Prof. Mensa Bonsu, Niime Kename, Special Guest of Honor, Honorable Ministers of State, esteemed diplomat, the President of KOA Global Peace Mission, Professor Samuel Duncan, Directors of KOA Global Peace Mission, Board members and management of KOA RMLC, delegates from the judiciary, heads of organizations, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning once again. It is a great honor to be called upon to introduce the chairman for this honorous occasion. The personality I'm introducing is the paramount chief of the Ghana state. He is a visionary leader whose influence extends from local governance to international enterprise. He was installed as Government Chair in October 2017 and has since been committed to revitalizing the cultural pride, unity, and strength of the Ghana people. Drawing upon a rich cultural lineage, he advocates for a future rooted in tradition while empowering the Ghana youth through education, cultural preservation, and economic progress. As an accomplished strategist, this honorable personality has overseen major developmental projects as both an entrepreneur and a leader. He serves as a coordinator for Takiwa Consult in partnership with Contractor Brazil for the redevelopment of the Kumasi Central Market, an initiative critical to regional economic revitalization. As the founder and director of the Ainon Artisanal Mining Limited, his vision aligns with sustainable local resource management, exemplifying his commitment to development and responsibility. His corporate experience spans founding and directing multiple influential companies, including KE Clean Enterprise, a premium waste management and cleaning service consultancy, which provides employment for over 200 high-impact, well-publicized development programs. Beyond business, his political acumen was recognized in 2012 when he was chosen as the running mate for the independent presidential candidate, Mr. Jacob Osei Tutu. This experience underlines his deep understanding of national governance and policy making. Our chairman is married with 2 beautiful children. He exudes an honorable presence, a wealth of strategic insight, and a lifelong commitment to peace and development. His leadership serves as a powerful testament to the enduring strength of the traditional values aligned with modern governance and sustainable peace. As a revered traditional ruler of the Ghana state, he embodies wisdom, leadership, and a deep commitment to promoting peace and harmony. His tireless efforts to foster unity and understanding among diverse communities have earned him widespread recognition. Under his visionary leadership, the Ghana state has experienced significant growth and development, cementing his legacy as a champion of peace and progress. Today, we gather to advance the cause of peace, and we are privileged to have this distinguished personality guide our discussions and deliberations. Ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding round of applause, let us welcome our chairman, His Majesty King Takitepo True II. Thank you.
The king is going to take his acceptance speech, and then we'll continue. Please be outstanding as we receive the Kama chair. Please be outstanding. Thank you.
Ago Nime Name Ago Jamaica. Nana Professor Mensa Bonsu, the first representative of Otumfou Osei Tutu II, Asante Hene. Dasibre Kubiuzi, Professor Samuel Ato Duncan, our chiefs, our nananum, nime, name, our service personnel, our distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and all guests gathered here for pursuit of peace. It is with profound humility and a deep sense of responsibility that I accept the honor of chairperson of this August occasion. The Blueprint for Sustainable Global Peace is not just an initiative, but a call to reimagine how we, as a global community, can chart the transformation towards true democracy. Professor Samuel Duncan's vision reminds us that peace cannot be imposed or merely desired. It must be cultivated through the respect of our rights and privileges, truth, and the awakening of deeper purpose of our people. As Ghana stands at the threshold of another critical moment in our democratic history, the principles of this blueprint resonate strongly. It is important to note that just as our respect of rights and privileges serves as the foundation of peace, firmness on the side of the regulator must anchor our electoral process. I call on all political parties to commit fully to peace before, during, and after this election. Let us demonstrate to ourselves and to the world that our democracy is built on dialogue, mutual respect, and unity. To the Electoral Commission, I urge you to ensure that every voice is heard, every vote is accounted for. A free, fair, and transparent election is not only a political necessity, but also a moral responsibility that reflects the values of justice and equality. To everyone here today, let us take this blueprint of the professor beyond these walls. Let it inspire us to lead with integrity. Let it engage us with compassion. Let it foster communities where justice prevails and peace thrives. Together, we can demonstrate to the world that sustainable peace is possible when humanity aligns with a higher purpose. Mindanyeshi. Niminta wonyele akeshi twenjole hihia mamumfe ke uye otwenjole pe unyo chuoni unyo namishe unyo ya nuba kena kain twenjole bo alo aheno yo dimpe ubana akeshi agbene ojija no yoyo no leno no fio Menegbine minto onyele akeshi womba twenjole momo ke hama muefe oshikina ba fon afine efe twenjole ajebie ni ajo Ghana ajo nyefe mindanyeshi no manyaba
Now that our honorable chairperson has accepted this marriage, and he is being assisted by his brother, the Rev of Otumfou Osei Tutu, which I will introduce very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, we'll call Minister Lord and the choir to do another rendition of We Are the World. And then, very soon, the moment we have been waiting for will be. Mr. Lord, please take charge with the choir and let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's welcome Minister Lord.
Maybe or the supplier in the area. Yes.
Indeed, we are the world, and we can make it a better place. Please, if you agree with the choir, let's give them a hand of applause. We acknowledge the presence of the Vice President's rep. The Vice President's rep, please, protocol team, please get us the details. At this juncture, we'll be going on to a journey where the man that we are all seated here to listen to started and where we are going. If our friends of the media who are coordinating the intro videos are ready for Prof. Ladies and gentlemen, please, with rapt attention, let us watch a journey where we have started and a journey where it will end well in praise of Ghana and Africa, and be told that one man stood up and presented a blueprint to us that changed the world and brought about the peace we are looking for. Ladies and gentlemen, our dignitaries who are present will be duly acknowledged, but for now, let's all stay put. If we can reduce the light in the auditorium, I will be so much grateful, as everybody will have a fair glimpse of what we are about to show you. Please, listen with rapt attention and watch well, like the hawk who is about to sway a hen, And this, you will be amazed the journey we started from. Media, let's go.
Duncan, CEO of Core Research and Manufacturing Limited Company, a firm which specializes in the research, production, and marketing of plant-based medicines. He's a distinguished individual, renowned for his expertise in research, particularly in plant and natural medicines, medical and health science, as well as global peace. The company's flagship product, Core Mixture, is recognized for its effectiveness in managing various health conditions. In pursuit of holistic well-being, he established the Core Healthcare Center, offering top-quality healthcare services, including herbal medicine, which he serves as the head physician. He also serves as the President General of the Center of Awareness Global Peace Mission, Core GPM, a non-governmental organization he established in 1988 and officially registered in the year 2000, dedicated to advancing global peace. In his role at Core GPM, Professor Duncan passionately champions peace worldwide through diverse programs and initiatives. Notably, he has organized 4 impactful public lectures on global peace, involving prominent leaders from across the country. These lectures emphasize leadership as a catalyst for peace. Under his leadership, peace clubs have been established in various institutions, which forms a crucial step toward forming an international movement for peace, IMFP, in the near future. Beyond his involvement with Core GPM, Professor Duncan holds pivotal roles in various organizations. He is the president of the Ghana Federation of Traditional Medicine Practitioners Association, GAFTRA, an umbrella organization for Traditional Medicine Practitioners Association. Additionally, he acts as the Chief Executive Officer of Core Green Gold Africa and serves as the president of the Ghana Coalition of NGOs in Malaria. Professor Duncan's contributions to the realm of universal science have garnered recognition from both local and international bodies. He holds 2 honorary professional degrees from the Alfred Nobel University in Ukraine and the Academic Union in Oxford, UK. He is a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Peace and Governance in Texas, USA, and a valued member of the Academic Council of the Alfred Nobel University. His remarkable achievements are reflected in the numerous awards and citations he has received. He has 37 international awards and over 70 citations. Notably, in 2022, he was adjudged the Scientist of the Year in the Medical and Health Science, Herbal Medicine category by the International Achievements Research Center in Canada. Prof. Duncan also holds the title A Name in Science, bestowed upon him by the Academic Union in Oxford, UK. His dedication to global peace led to his special invitation as a guest of honor at the Unification Day of Students from Asia, Africa, Europe, and America in 2019 at the Alfred Nobel University in Ukraine. Professor Samuel Duncan's unwavering commitment to advancing plant medicine, his significant contributions to healthcare, and his tireless efforts in promoting global peace established him as a revered and influential global figure. Professor Duncan is a dedicated independent researcher specializing in unraveling the purpose of creation and exploring the ultimate goal of humanity, investigating the fundamental roots of science. 3. Delving into the fundamental laws of peace. 4. Pioneering studies on how humanity can transcend mortality. And 5. Exploring the intricate realms of 3 unique laws: perfect law, the divine law, and the natural law. After a dedicated journey spanning 36 years, the time, the blueprints for sustainable global peace. This initiative is a call to action rooted in the principles of inclusivity, equity, and resilience. It seeks to bridge divides, empower communities, and foster collaboration on a global scale, all while upholding the highest ethical standards with a commitment to future generations. This blueprint stands as both a vision and a pathway, guiding us toward a world where harmony is not just a goal, but a shared reality. The journey to lasting peace begins now.
Ghana, this is the man we are all here this morning to listen to. As I have already said, we are live on 12 TV stations. We are live on Facebook, all major handlers on Facebook. Please, as we have said, the Mantse who has taken a seat, the rep of Otumfou Osei Tutu, the rep of the various missions, the AU, and all embassies in Ghana, our learned colleagues, the president of the Ghana Journalists Association, the representative of His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the Vice President, Honorable Ebenezer Gilbert Note, Honorable Hassan Ayariga, Honorable Mr. Kofi Kwame Owusu, sorry, Kwame Owusu, my apologies. He is my brother and my senior at the law faculty. Mr. Kwame, thank you very much, Honorable. Ladies and gentlemen, with a hand of applause, let us welcome the man of the moment, the man who is going to present a blueprint that will take the world and Ghana by storm. With a standing ovation, please, let's welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Professor Samuel Duncan.
Nana Chair, permit me to stand on the already existing protocols to start my presentation because of time. Today, I'm bringing to the entire world the blueprint for sustainable global peace. We have been talking about peace, 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 peace. But peace has eluded us. Why? Far back, 1988, I asked myself, what is my purpose in life? And this took me just in the wilderness to pray to God, for God to reveal why I'm on earth. That was 24 July 1988 to 31st July 1988. And during the prayer, a question came. Do you know why there's no peace on earth? And I started pondering. Yes, peace, peace, peace. And the answer came. The reason why there's no peace on earth is that God created man as the most precious asset. And man has diverted the love for humanity rather to the love for the material wealth and fame. If the world would come to the realization of the purpose of creation and the goal of humanity, maybe we will do things differently. This led me into the wilderness to look for the answers to peace. Now, you can never fix an engine that you don't have any manual on how the engine works, originally how it works. So when it is at fault, or there's any fault, how do you resolve? Unless you get the original manual, and it will teach you how to get to the solution for whatever you need to fix. So if you want to talk about peace, there's the need to look for the originality of peace. Then we will know how to address peace. And where is the originality of peace? There was a need for me to get to the source of the universe, the source of life, how the entire universe started, the purpose of creation and the purpose of man, and the goal of humanity. So for the past 36 years, I've been working on developing this blueprint for sustainable global peace. I mean sustainable one. Whilst we have been preaching peace and we have been talking peace, we have been eating peace, yes, so peace has eluded us. So let's see if this is going to be the blueprint for a sustainable global peace. The content, I'm taking you through Duncan's theory of life, creation of mankind, the creative energy, and the scenario of the mother hen, fundamental laws of peace and impact. Then I'll talk also about the next steps and action plan. Now, the blueprint is in two compartments. That's Duncan's theory of life, that's the purpose of creation and the goal of humanity. That is part one. Now, let's understand the key issues. Understanding the concept of life from its entirety. We must seek to understand life from its origin. Realization of life in totality, and before creation, there was nothing. Now, let's understand the concept of life. Where is life coming from? I once asked somebody, what is life? And the person said, it's about living things, how living things behave. But life is more than how living things behave. Life is everything about knowledge. Life is everything about from beginning of creation to where there's no end. So life itself has no end. So let's see what is life. Now, if you want to understand life, you can never understand an author of a book if you read from the last page. The book has 1,000 pages. You read from the last page, but you tell yourself, I've understood the writer. It's never true. Science started studying the universe in about 200 years past. Whilst this world has been in existence, according to science, about 13 billion years from NASA. So how can we understand life if we are just studying life from just the last 200 years? where scientists think that that is where life began, and that is what we can make life out of. So, before creation of the universe, we've been made to understand from scientists that there was nothing. If indeed there was nothing, nothing will continue to be in a state of nothingness. Am I right? Am I right or wrong? If there was nothing, nothing would have continued to be in a state of nothingness. So where comes from the universe? This means that in reality, there was something, but something was also preventing something to become something. There was something, but something was preventing something to become something. Well, in reality, if there was nothing, nothing would have continued to be in a state of nothingness. I think this is a logical conclusion. This means there was something, but something was preventing that something from becoming something. And I say this is the philosophy behind creation. Now, let's talk about the genesis of the creative energy. If there was nothing and something started coming, then it means that something started creating something. So definitely there should be a creative energy behind the entire universe. So what was before creation is what I'm going to talk about, the genesis of the creative energy. So definitely there was a creative energy also being prevented by something. So let us, now this is the creative energy. This is how the creative energy emerged. There was a dense gravity, and the dense gravity was so huge that it was difficult for light to even come out. Those scientists will bear with me that when in the space we call something the black hole, it has a gravity that light cannot escape. And this is the gravity that was preventing that light to come out. But the black hole, as compared to this energy I'm talking about, is insignificant. The energy was so huge, and that was preventing anything from coming out. And inside, within the dense gravity, there was something we call a speck of light. And that speck of light, I don't know where it came from. But that is the source of consciousness. And it is only God who can show where that is coming from, where that's the source of consciousness. Now, let's take some takeaways. You realize that the dense gravity in the realm of nothingness was the highest form of energy that dominated to maintain a state of nothingness. The speck of light was a form of consciousness and a source of consciousness. After several uncountable number of years, the speck of light, which is the root of consciousness, absorbed the energy in the dense gravity and overcame it. This is a deeper science, and because of the target audience, I will summarize, I'm trying to make everybody understand what I'm presenting. When I come to specific presentations, to academia, to scientists, to religious leaders, I'll give them a deeper part of what I'm doing. But let me give you a general picture of what actually happened. So this is the emergence of the creative energy. Let me ask, if if I create a machine, and if I'm the only one who knows everything about the machine, if I'm not there, who can control it? So unless I have a permanent status, I cannot maintain what I've actually done. Anything I bring, I should maintain it. So there was the need to have a creative energy that will have a permanent sort of energy to sustain a permanent sort of universe. So this is how the creative energy emerged. The creative energy, that the light grew gradually over some time. Several number of years, it overcame the dense gravity and assumed an immortal status. After assuming immortal status, then this becomes so this is how it emerged. For several number of years, it was overcoming the dense gravity. After overcoming the dense gravity, this dominated as the universal consciousness, the universal energy. The reason why I have to take you to the roots of life, and somebody will say, oh, we came here for peace. But without this, you will not understand what peace is. You will not understand why the world itself was created. And will not also understand the purpose of creation and the goal of humanity. Now, components of the creative energy. The creative energy connotes everlasting consciousness, everlasting life, and consortium of knowledge. The only rare being that has no end. That is where we have the only rare being that has no end. And that is everlasting consciousness, everlasting life, consortium of knowledge, the only rare being that has no end. That is what I call God. So now, because we are going to relate how God emerged and how we also became in the likeness of God. Then after that, the question is, who created the universe and how and why? The universe is a brainchild of the creative energy. And the creative energy is made up of three unique laws: the perfect law, the divine law, and the neutral law. After the perfect law has conceived the idea, it was implemented through the divine law and implemented and established through the natural law. Then the perfect law resulted in bringing the Big Bang, which became the source of creation, the Big Bang. Now, this is how the universe came to existence. Why should I go to the roots and why and how the universe came to existence? Because I want to trace our root, I want to trace where we're coming from, and I want to trace where we're going. So the universe has been created so let's see how it was done. The universe emerged, the creative energy created what we call nature, and out of nature, nature gave birth to the universe. So nature is the regulatory mechanism, the law that governs the entire universe. And God is autonomous. So there are laws, rules and regulations set by the natural law, which we call nature. Now, within the natural law, we have a system called Universal Systematic Intelligence Structure. That is how I call it. And this is an independent research that I have conducted for the past 36 years. And I call the Universal Systematic Intelligence Structure the USIS. Well, let me ask a question. Now, if you go to the industrial, the big countries where we create vehicles that has companies that have been set, automated to create machines. When they create vehicles or any machine, they keep data on everything that they've created. So there was the need to create a system called the Universal Systematic Intelligence, and that is out of it that everything in the universe was created. Now, example of how the Universal Systematic Intelligence works. I just want to let you know that the world is not just there. It is being controlled by a system, that the Universal Systematic Intelligence Structure. Now, if you look at the examples of the planet, just the planets in the entire solar system, look at the rotation. Mercury rotates 58 days to make 1 day. Venus rotates 243 days to make 1 day. The Earth rotates 23 hours, 56 minutes to make 1 day. It means that all of them are being controlled by independent systems. And we call them independent systematic intelligence of each of the planets. And this will tell you how wonderful and how magnificent the knowledge of God is. Now, many don't know how big the universe is. The universe, the observable universe, is about 93 billion light years. And out of these 93 billion light years is where we can find our Earth. This is the diameter of the universe. Now, 1 light year is equivalent to 9.46 trillion kilometers. So if you multiply 93 billion times 9.46 trillion, that will give you the size of the universe. Then let's compare the size of this Earth. The size of the observable universe is 93 points, I've told you already. And the diameter of this Earth is about 12,742 kilometers. And if you look at the size of the Earth, it is like a particle in the entire universe. And that is where we find our science. It is telling you that the power behind creation is so huge, so magnificent that it has its own purpose for creating the entire universe. Now, this is bringing us to the reality. Why then did God create man? Why then did God create man? That is where I want to use the mother hen scenario. The mother hen, let's take the mother hen as God. If the mother hen wants to have an offspring in its image and likeness, what would be the best way to do? It has to do what? Lay an egg. For the egg also to become like itself. Why? Because it came from an egg, so anything in its image and likeness must also have the same process. That is why I'm using the mother hen scenario. So if the hen laid eggs with the expectation that it will become like itself, then the mother hen sees the egg that it has laid as the most precious thing that it has ever created. Well, that is the only thing that can be in its image and likeness. Now, let us look at how. So the mother hen will lay the eggs. What it can do is to incubate the eggs to become like herself. How soon will the egg go to become like the mother hen? Everything in the eggshell holds the potential to turn the egg into the mother hen. Now let us look at the structure of the egg. Can anybody tell me that looking at this egg, can it become like a fowl? I want an answer. Just look at this thing. Is it like the hen? No. But the one who laid it knew that it is in its image and likeness. So the only way this thing can become like the mother hen has to go through incubation. And when it's going through the incubation, then the egg will begin to know the reality of what is there for. Now, let's go back. The germinal disc, you see the small thing there, we call it the germinal disc. It's a tiny particle in the egg. We have the yolk, we have the chalaza, we have the eggshell, the cuticular, thick albumin. All of them are just going to help the germinal disc. So at this point, the germinal disc is serving as a soul for the egg. And that is what is going to make it become like the mother hen. So that germinal disc is very, very key. If it is not there, the egg cannot transform to become a hen. Okay. Now, this is where let us all adopt wisdom. And let us ask ourselves, if the egg has to become like the mother hen, what process should it go through to become like the mother hen? You know, the germinal disc, when it comes to stage 1, we realize that the germinal disc is like a soul in the entire egg. It means that it has started the journey of becoming like the mother hen. When you go to the 2, 3, 4, you see that it is changing its form. The germinal disc is now understanding and acquiring knowledge, consciousness, energy about the mother hen in the eggshell. So after 20 days, it was ready to come out as a chick. Then 21 days, it came out in the image and likeness of the mother hen. So now, if we don't try to investigate life, we buy eggs, we just eat eggs. But eggs are fowls. Likewise, when God also decided to create humanity, He has to create them in His image and likeness. So how can God also create somebody or a being in His true image and likeness? God has created a lot of spirits, God has created a lot of angels, but none of the angels of creation He calls an image and likeness of Him. Because none of anything in the universe can transform to become as perfect as God is. It is only human beings that have that potential. So you have now let's go to the germinal disc inside the eggshell, which symbolizes the soul. Is the only element, a form of energy that has the potential to grow. The rest is packed with the energies and consciousness of the mother hen. During incubation, the germinal disc starts absorbing the energies and the consciousness in the eggshell. At every stage of the incubation, the germinal disc acquires understanding of the real nature of the mother hen. So when the system started, when there was an incubation, the incubation period started, the germinal disc started absorbing energies and then started understanding how the mother is and became just as the mother is. So if man has also been created in the image and likeness of God, likewise anything God has to create to become like himself should be in the real image and likeness. The Son of God must look like him. He should be full of energy, knowledge, and light, and be immortal just as God is immortal. And this is where the idea of creation started. If God now wants to create a human being, he cannot create anything outside the process through which he became what he is. So that is where the philosophy is. That is where I have to go and start from the measures of the creative energy, so that we will know the structure of the creative energy, so that we will know the structure of man. Now, there was a need for God to create a mortal realm. Because if you want to, if the hen wants to lay eggs, you should have a place that it will lay the eggs where it can hatch. But honestly, God is the highest level of consciousness, and everybody must aspire to be like him. So if God is the highest level of consciousness, and we want to aspire to become like him, what should be the process? God is knowledge. God is light. God is immortal. So if we should also be in the image and likeness of God, how do you expect man also to be? That's the question I want to ask. And I need an answer from the audience. I need an answer. Can anybody tell me? If God is light,
you have to practice about God, then you know who is God. You have to practice about God, then you know who is God.
You know God. Okay. If you want to be like God, then God has to tell you the process through which he became God, so that you can also be. And for the Christians, Jesus said, be as perfect as your heavenly Father is perfect. It means that there's a possibility for you to be as perfect as your heavenly Father is perfect. It is also written that don't you know that ye are gods? It means that every human being is a God, is a lesser God of God's own perfect self. So if anyone wants to be like God, then everyone must be in the image and likeness of God. There's no way an egg can be a fowl unless the egg incubates to exhibit the real qualities of the mother hen. So nobody can be like God unless man transforms to become as perfect as God is. Now, after the creative energy, that's God. And look at how man was also created. So the physical body was created. God put into man the dense gravity, which is always deceiving you that you cannot do it. Then he put into you his creative energy, that's the light, the spark of light that was in God from the beginning. And this darkness in you is what is deceiving you always, that you can never be like God. But it is preventing what is inside you to come out as God. Now, God has now made you an egg. He has given you the roots of himself, for you also to overcome your mortal self and become as perfect as God is. So So there's no way anybody can be like God unless man transforms beyond his mortal self, become as perfect as God is. For the Christians, look, Revelation 21:7. God said, he that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. So you ask God, what must I overcome for I to become your son? Now, so this is how man is. So this is the structure of man. You have the shell of mortality, that's the human being. You have the dense gravity, that is the gravity, which is the school of life. Then we have your body, and we have the soul, which is the speck of light, and that is you. So in every human being, there's that light, there's that energy of God in everybody. So every man is a potential God. Because the creative energy we saw from the beginning in God, the same creative energy is in you. And this creative energy is not in any being apart from human beings. So if you don't know the value of man, you should start understanding the value of man. And it will lead us to peace. Now this is the goal of humanity. If mankind is able to bring the light within him out, man has the power to take his body to heaven where God belongs. So for the Christians, you know that there was a time Jesus lifted himself up and left this world without being opposed by anything, because his body has been overcome by the energy within him.
Ordinary citizen cannot get 3 square meters. And you think you'll be at peace with everybody? This afternoon, this morning when we were coming, my security officer saw a man talking and shouting and making noise. He told me, boss, look at the way he's talking. I said, leave him. He asked why. I said, poverty. It is poverty. It's nothing. It's hunger. Because if you see a man walking and talking, it's all about hunger, his stomach. He hasn't eaten the whole day. You are normal, you have eaten, he hasn't eaten the whole day. So peace is expensive, but war is more expensive than peace. And leaders, Christian leaders here and political leaders here, this is a time for us to help Ghana become peaceful before, during, and after the elections. And as a matter of fact, we all need to contribute to this peace, not the media. You are the very people who can help us attain peace. So I'm pleading with all of you, the blueprint here, share it, pick bits of it where we can all promote it and let it go far. And let it go far so that all of us will have peace. I know it can be possible for us to attain peace throughout the whole life, but at least let's try something. Because me, I don't like blood. I don't want to see blood. So when you were showing that thing, I didn't want to look. I didn't even look. Because if I look, I can't sleep. As a matter of fact, some of us don't even want to see that. That is why in every aspect in Ghana here, where there's peace, I'll be here. I was in Volta reading yesterday at night. By 11:30 in the night, I was in Volta. I left early dawn and came here just to come and attend.
Thank you very much.
I thank you very much. May God bless our homeland Ghana and make it great and strong. Thank you.
Your point is taken, and that's
like everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die because there's a lie. So how do we achieve peace without equal rights and justice? My name is Original Rascorbe, also known as Nikwe Chumpese the First. Sure!
Take the last question. Take the last question.
All right. Thank you for the opportunity to ask questions. And I want to also commend our Professor Samuel Duncan for that excellent delivery. I I am Victoria Lebanet. I'm an actress, humanitarian, and serial entrepreneur. I am standing in here for the youth of Ghana because I once witnessed, I think the previous demonstration we had concerning Galamsey. Stop Galamsey. I think that the youth of Ghana has to also play a very pivotal role when it comes to peace, because the future belongs to the youth and the young ones and the whole generation. How can we mobilize the youth of Ghana to be able to stand in the forefront when it comes to peace, especially in our country and beyond? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your
affect the lives of people who really don't want to understand the value of life and importance of man.
Thank you.
God bless you. I'm with you, and as you know, my name is Bishop Dr. Peter Bujosaki, the Director General of United Nations Youth Association, which is the founder of United Nations Youth Association Ghana. Prof, this question comes to you. God has made us to be free moral agents. We have the ability to choose. God has created an environment for choice, and everybody is yearning to establish himself that God has given him power to subdue the world and dominate the world. Here we are. Darkness will come and light will come, and always there is but an inner peace that we want. How do we bring the heads of the states together? How do we bring the leadership together in a very humble way, in a place that maybe it will be in the closed doors, so that we pump peace into their mind and teach them as you have taught us? How do we read that? That's my question.
Yeah, thank you very much, Bishop.
Anytime we talk about piano, now unit committee member, you're important. Pio. Ye Juma and Casa, I was say, ye fire in ye. I do assembly band. Any unit committee members, yes, we are posters. You call round a casa and in crop for your conform, omutie, omopese ye bibi. Into me question is say. Si say na to a baby and a giant baby, a comedy. Na peace now can was semono. A baby at the mayor tuma. A war, your communities mo. Ah, MP, our common fund. A honor war. And Grofo sorry, I'm about some mamma, on my unit committee members war. Yen any profanity. Yen bet me revenue. Ama, a buying Uncle Borubio. Yen, a bit mamma, Accra the neatest city in Africa, Ayariga. Nyama be brave, why bet me aye. Into a convention of a unit committee members, ultimately a promote peace. May I say, Nyama count.
Thank you for your question.
Outstanding, ladies and gentlemen, please. Would you? Please, all flag bearers present, Honorable Hassan Ayariga, all flag bearers, the ambassadors, representatives of the ambassadors, please, can you join us? Please, the main action is the globe, so please, right, ensure that we can divide ourselves into 2 equal parts. Thank you very much. The media, this is something we have to take note of. This is something that it is going to stand as a symbol for that today, 18th November 2024, we have launched the Global Peace Blueprint. Ladies and gentlemen, media, if you are ready, please. Okay, we should put the podium for the media. Okay, that's fine. Are you ready? So please, it is your count from 6. So we count downwards.
Let's go by.
Are we okay now? Can we go now? Ladies and gentlemen, please, at your count. Mr. President, you have the mic. At your count, we are launching the symbol that will indicate that today, men and women in uniform, students, traditional leaders, groupings, joined us for the launch of the Global Peace Blueprint. It has taken us 36 years to get here. If you are ready, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, it's a count of 6 downwards. And I know my men in the fire uniform, my men in the military uniform, my men in the prisons and police will help me count from 6 and we go down. If you are ready, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done the grouping. Where's the first? Let the world know that today we have done the grouping. Ladies and gentlemen, get the core anthem ready. Please get the core anthem ready. Get the core anthem ready. This is it. Professor Duncan with the company of the Mantse, the rep of the Otumfou Osei Tutu. Yes. Are we ready to go? This is the moment we have been waiting for. And we have landed to the glory of God. Why, let's go. Go anthem, please. Go anthem. Why, let's go. Increase the volume for us. The volume of the organ, please. Let's wave the flags. Let's wave the flags. Wave your flags. the president of the Ghana Journalists Association, Mr. Albert Otumfou, to please give us a solidarity message to represent the media. The GJA president, please with a round of applause, let's welcome the GJA president, Mr. Albert Otumfou. Oh, please, friends of the media, this is our own, this is our boss. Please make some noise for the GJA president.
Our own president, yes, our own president.
Good afternoon.
Come back.
Professor Duncan, let me commend you for a wonderful display. In fact, this places huge responsibility on us as the fourth estate of the realm to work assiduously to sustain and protect our enviable peace in Ghana. And I can assure you that the fraternity I lead will do just that to support your vision. Thank you so much.
Can we get a mic for them?
Will use the door on my right and will be escorted by our ushers, Royal, and the programs manager, Tony, who escorts them. Please, the members who also joined us would also please our participants will remain seated for a brief discussion. We also acknowledge the presence of a leading member of GAFTRAM, Alhaji Muhammad Asidibe. Alhaji, you are welcome. Thank you so much. At this juncture, we would pose for a group photo with our leaders, the flag bearers who are here, heads of the political party, representative of the president and the vice president, and the judicial service, our queen mothers, who have a photo with the President General, Mantse, and representative of Otumfou on the days, please. So we're doing that interspersed with some musical interlude, and then we'll have our pictures and photos taken, and then we say goodbye for now. So please. Yes, Alhaji Fuliyama, representative of the chief imam.
Anyway, the chief imam representative, Dr. Marzouk, was here. He just left, but I was coordinating, so.
Please, there are forms also
to be here, but unfortunately, he has to bury his son today, the Achempeni of Asanteman. He therefore asked me to be here. First, allow me to extend my deepest gratitude to Professor Samuel Duncan and the organizers of this function for their visionary role in creating the blueprint for sustainable global peace. Your efforts to provide a transformative framework for peace building deserves our admiration and support. Peace, though often celebrated as human ultimate goal, remains one of our first significant challenges. As the concept note highlights, despite numerous interventions, we are still striving to realize a harmonious global opportunity. When we are talking about peace, we are not talking about peace only during elections. We are talking about global peace. The values and diplomacy recognizes the importance of innovative and holistic approaches to this blueprint. The vision.
But our flag bearer will join the President General. Just protocol, thank you so much. We are very grateful for your support. Nia was so kind, my brother and friend, Nia was so kind. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you. God bless you. We are feeling you. Nia, I'm coming. You can take time to take some photos. We are grateful that you came. We are grateful for leadership of Jesus, the president of Jesus, and leadership of Jesus. Thank you so much. Majesty, please, ladies and gentlemen, can you join us, our VVIPs at the front? Please join us for the group photo on the place. Please. You say? Okay, the official photographers who are the Honorable Ayariga and all the presidential candidates, please join. Please, this is strictly for the leadership, please. The leadership, the electoral commission leaders, all the people at the front row will first take. We'll do it in that order, please. We beg you, let's do this. Please, all other members who came, all other guests, please remain seated. Yes. But there are also photo opportunities, so if you want to take photographs, this is the time to socialize. Thank you very much. Roy, please coordinate the photography. Calvin Empire, please help us coordinate the photographs, please. Teacher Blessing, can you join me now? All right, my name is Otumfou Osei, Director of Protocol for COA GPM. I want to acknowledge Nana Ofosu, Administrator, who has been here while communications, all our security personnel, Raymond and the team. We acknowledge you. The members of COA RMC Planning Committee, we acknowledge you. The members of COA GPM Planning Committee, we acknowledge your presence. And then we also acknowledge one presence of the most important group, the Kingdom Builders. We acknowledge the Kingdom Builders. We acknowledge the presence of the administrator, Mr. Richard Nsia. Uncle Richard, thank you for being here. We acknowledge you. We acknowledge the very distinguished and dedicated staff of COA. We are happy that you joined us, and we are so much grateful. We also acknowledge the president and his members of the Greater Accra Queen Mothers Association. We acknowledge you, Greater Accra Queen Mothers Association. We acknowledge you. We acknowledge Peace Tower of Africa. We are grateful, Peace Tower of Africa. We acknowledge
Blueprint for sustainable global peace. The idea, we did this and we are saying SCP. The Queen and Sana. Akoko ni tokwa ewo we are saying. Let's wait. Asomdua ye nyina no mekesia nyina fi akoko ne niamaniama na ni nyina ne kesia nso wo efi nipa dasani aya adwene mu the human behaviors and the cause conflicts human behaviors and the cause war violence in any human behaviors nti yetumi change nipa dasani ne na adwene towards on one kasa ni nua also who say or any party so no one can say we say we as benya asomdwe bibi aye bia no I say a factor the value of man ewo nipa na ye no papa nipa na ye bibi boa no bibi aye bia no ye factor the value of human being ewo ano na betumi di asomdwe abre say yenim sa no a menyi ni so bia ba ye bonite ni nua no. When it comes to policy implementation, so we are implementing policies at any level of leadership. We are no factor nipa the value of man a woman. Now, if I tell woman, you must have some baby about the best fear so. See the order in the cross to Nefia. If you are some baby, you to reach near man also in the future. Almost have been paid papa no so so it should be a change. It should be a friend and behavioral change communication. Also son now was so me and also so madam for now so oba cross here from one by pool no catch us oba ondo no ndi no correct. And that's the way to go. So since you able to obey. See yin who say yin na nipa ba ko yin na nipa. Na ye here say be kunkuya because of political power. And yes, we couldn't because party back in the way, ye never no cray, fine ye juma. Say no cross one bar, and Tiasian so near the emma. And the Niamcacha political parties, nay, supporters in our say, Obia making sure say, or dear don't need no cray. I will go to a banner. Now, or dear don't need no cray, need no better. Obia, obey me, Libiano. A yen nanny really. Okay, American president, vice president, Olusi, that's Tamara. As more kind of say, Wajia Tun say, we didn't go because constitution no na worship. And here now, you have the constitution of Ghana. Near Bessibiano, and for do and a coy in Peja Ghana facing.
Prophet, I say, two a maboon for mine. Bibiano, Omona party was a photo bench and I would jail.
Oh, a photo I'm the Beja and Melbourne say. I will bring now feel say, we are seeing Hunyan in your bars, I say so, and only idea my form peace clubs. Omu said the purpose of their existence here, and Yahunya Nisika. And to Omu the purpose of their existence. Now, on making